So Donald Trump lost the first debate, and it was not even close. And Trump's statements post-debate have not helped trigger any recovery, as going on the offensive against, for instance, what with his fat remarks against the former Miss Universe that even had Trump backers grimacing or claiming winning in fictitious opinion polls, has just resulted in a greater erosion of Trump's chances of winning, as illustrated by the betting markets that have continued to trend in Clinton's direction all week. Whilst the opinion polls show little shift post-debate, with Hillary on 44% and Trump on 41%, however, the betting markets such as Betfair have witnessed a steady fall in the probability for a Trump election win. For instance, just prior to the debate, Trump had rallied to his best standing of 2.88, whilst immediately following the debate that had widened to 3.35, and the latest price now has Trump trading on 3.85, which converts into just a 23% probability of winning the election, down from a peak of about 35%. And see the following video for why Donald Trump lost the first debate to Hillary Clinton. The next debate is on Sunday 9th October. So what Trump now needs to do is to do what he clearly did not do for the first debate, which is to prepare. The second debate will likely be his last chance. Another similar loss to Hillary would probably mark the end of his election hopes. So the first thing Trump needs to do now is to start preparing for the second debate with the aim of at least drawing level with Hillary, which means not attacking Bill Clinton's infidelities that would probably garner much sympathy for Hillary, and for which I'm sure Hillary has a well-rehearsed retort. Secondly, he needs to understand that he has to stop attacking whole sections of the population, such as women, as he's putting off more than half the electorate, i.e. about 53%, from voting for him. Thirdly, Trump needs to learn to control his mouth, to think before he speaks, instead of literally letting it run rabid. In fact, at the next debate, he would probably be better off not opening his mouth at all than a repeat of what happened in the first debate. Fourthly, he needs to stop bragging about himself, of how wealthy he is and how great he is for XYZ reason. The public are getting tired of this "I am really rich" and it's smart not to pay taxes sales pitch, and instead Trump needs to rely on more scripted speeches and focus on the electorate rather than himself. So no more 3M Twitter's tantrums or storms. Fifthly, he needs to remember why Brexit happened and focus on his anti-establishment message. That is the only thing that could win Trump the election, and thus he should stop deviating from this central message by, for instance, attacking a former, quote, fat Miss Universe. Instead, focus on being an anti-establishment candidate, for Hillary Clinton most definitely is the establishment candidate. Sixthly, he needs to perpetuate a message of hope rather than fear. Quit publicly threatening America's NATO allies and instead focus on the hopes of ordinary Americans. After all, hope and change is what won Obama the last two elections. And lastly, he needs to keep his aim wholly focused on going on the offensive against Hillary Clinton's numerous failures whilst in office. And that is how I see how Trump could win the election, as the anti-establishment change candidate. However, in the interest of balance, then Trump's Achilles heel is his Trump Organization businesses, for they are mostly privately owned, so lack financial transparency, and he is repeatedly failing to publish his tax returns. Thus, whilst he may be as rich as he says he is and have a net worth of 10 billion, however, he could just as well have a net worth of 0. Then there is the issue of conflicts of interest as a President Trump would stuff his cabinet with fellow billionaires who would pillage the American economy in their own financial interests. And as for my forecast, who I think will win the election to become the next US President, then do watch my earlier video, and also remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel for new analysis. The bottom line is that the election is not over until the fat lady sings, whether or not she was a former Miss Universe winner.